Hello and welcome. My name is Dawn Rapsas and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Thank you so much for stopping by. This month, it's December and it's my birthday month and I'm so excited to share some really fun things that I have going on with you. One of the things I have is a color deal, and I love color. I have so many great memories of color in my life, and if you think about some of the memories that you have, I'm sure that you can relate them to color as well. When I was a little girl, I had a bike and it was purple and it had sparkles on it and it had a really cool banana seat and a sissy bar, and I remember that color purple, and it's a wonderful memory for me. Another memory that I have is I grew up in a little town called Kearney, and like only 15 minutes outside of Manhattan, and in my backyard we had an unobstructed view across the meadows of the Twin Towers. And I remember as a kid looking at the Twin Towers, and when the sun would be going down, it would look like the Twin Towers were on fire. They were like red and orange, and the colors were just so beautiful. And you know, who knew as an adult that the Twin Towers would actually be taken down by fire, you know, many years later. But that is a memory that I have of those beautiful, beautiful colors growing up, of the sun reflecting off the glass. So I want to talk to you about color today. I have some really great projects to share with you and some tips and tricks. So come on with me to my stamping studio and I'll share it all with you. Hello and welcome to my studio. Today I'm going to show you a really great fun project that has to do with color. You're probably wondering what all these supplies are, so I'm going to go over those really quick with you. Here I have a package of baby wipes. I have ink refills, the Stampin' Up! Classic ink refills. I have some white Stampin' Up! Embossing powder. I have my embossing buddy. I have the Versamark pad. I have some snail. I have the Stampin' Up! Heat gun. And I have my powder pal, which is this tray here, and I wanted to show you that in action. So let's get started, and I want to show you how to make a really, really cool project today. Alright. These are the colors that I'm going to use: Tangerine Tango, Kiwi Kiss, Pink Pirouette, and Pacific Point. And what I've done is I've just taken a baby wipe and I've just folded it a couple times, okay? And we're actually going to use this to do some fun stamping, okay? To add some color to our project, because we are talking all about color this month. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Tangerine Tango and I am going to just load it up right here on there, okay? Then next I'm going to take Pacific Point and I'm going to put some ink on there. Pacific Point. And next I'm going to take the Pink Pirouette, and I'm really just making like a color palette for us to get some color onto our project, and wait till you see what I have in store for you. It's really fun. Okay, and then I'm going to take the Kiwi Kiss and I'm just inking that up. Okay, so you can see that now we have, and I'm going to just move these aside. So now you can see we just have a baby wipe with some color on it. Now I don't know, I didn't come up with this idea, but we're going to be using the Stampin' Up! Glossy paper, and I'm not really sure if you can see that it's glossy on the camera or not, but it has a glossy finish, and what that does is it allows the ink to have an open time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my wipe, my baby wipe, and I'm going to start off the paper, and you're going to want to use gloves with this, and what you're going to do is you're just going to wipe it on. How fun is that? I know, you're freaking out right now. Okay, so that is so cool. Look at those colors. Isn't that awesome? I love this technique. So you can see you can just keep going back, and then over here I'm going to put some orange on the end there. Okay, and I think I'm going to go back and just put a little more kiwi in here. So you can see how flexible this whole project is. You know, it's very forgiving. So isn't that cool? Doesn't it look awesome? And you still have lots and lots of uses for your baby wipe. You're going to get a lot more cards out of that. But I'm just going to set ours aside for right now. And I'm going to take my embossing buddy and I'm going to wipe over our project, and we want to remove any kind of static. Okay, and we're going to do a couple of things here. I am going to take my Versamark pad. Look how nice and new and shiny that is. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to swipe the edges. I'm just going to kind of swipe it in some different places. And, you know, I really want to tie in the whole streakiness of the project we got going on there. Okay? So then I'm going to take my thanks stamp and I'm going to ink this up just in the Versamark. Okay? And I'm going to stamp it right over. And you're not really going to see it because it's kind of a wet, or maybe you can see it in the camera, I'm not really sure. And then I'm going to take my stamp from the holiday collection, and I'm just going to stamp 3 snowflakes, and I purposely am not using my Stampin' Majig because I want it to just be kind of random. You know, like I don't need them really to line up perfectly. I like that they're going to be a little bit off. Okay, my Powder Pal, okay, and I'm going to take my card, and I'm going to take the white embossing powder, and I'm just going to pour it over it. Okay, and I'm not even worried because the tray is going to pick up all the excess, and then it has a little plug at the end where I'm just going to pour it all in there. Okay, so we're going to tap that all off. Okay, and it comes with this little brush, so I can see where I got a little excited here, and I kind of got it on my T and my H, but I still think it's going to be okay. I think that you're going to be able to still see that it says thanks when I did my little swiping little thing going on there. But I think that's going to be good. So I think it's probably coming up pretty nice in camera, on the camera, that you can see that it is melting nicely. Okay? And so those little swipes that I did with the Versamark, and it's got the white embossing powder on, I think that kind of adds to it. It makes it kind of fun, and it ties in with the whole kind of color swiping that I did. Okay, so let's just get this all heated up. Now you want to make sure you don't heat it up too much because you'll burn the embossing powder right out. All right, and you don't want that, and then you'll totally lose your image. So I think that we're probably good to go. Anytime I use a lot of color, I like to just add a tiny, tiny little bit of edging of black, and that really makes the colors pop. All right, and you're going to see that. Okay, so now we have our choices here. We could do it on Pacific Point. That's what it looks like on Pacific Point. Here's what it looks like on the Tangerine. And here's what it looks like on the Kiwi. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little bit of adhesive. I'm going to put it in the corners on the black, and we're actually going to go with the Kiwi on this. Okay, oops, upside down. Let me point it towards you. Okay, and you can see like how cute is that card. Okay, and then here I'm going to show you one that I did, and it has, I actually did the glossy paper on the back. So this is really cute as well. All right, so that's a great example of something that you could do with the Stampin' Up! Reinkers. So there's some stamp sets that are on the retirement list, and I wanted to share those with you. These are really, really fun stamp sets, and if you don't have them on your wish list, I suggest that you consider them because they are a lot of fun. There's a lot of things that you can do with them. So this one right here, the name of it is Seriously Sassy. Look how cute that is. I love that BFF and ever. And then here is another one, and this is called So Cool. And I love the one that says, Dude, that's so cool. So anyway, these are some fun sets, and once they're gone, they're going to be gone. Alright, so you can order those, and you're going to get 10% off as well. And I want to show you a couple projects that I was able to do with them. So I made these cute book bag tags for my kids. This one is for my son Michael, and it says, Dude, that's so cool. And you can see that I just swiped that and then stamped it and embossed it. And this one I made for his twin Danielle, and this says, Sweet. I'm totally into that. And I did it, you know, with the stripe going up and down, add some dazzling diamonds and embossing, so that's really fun. And then this one is for Brielle, and says totally awesome. And it has some snowflakes on it from and some dazzling diamonds. And so those are just some fun. Okay, that's all I have for you today. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time for some great color tips and tricks.